did that give you?
Felt like a nice jump actually.
Yeah. And how was it getting there and away from it?
Balanced.
Yeah.
A decent canter.
Absolutely. So you established that canter. You'd already done that. And you're very good at maintaining it as well. Okay. What the square did for you a little bit, and I think we might have hit on a pot of gold there, I want to keep using that.
Yeah.
Is take that good quality canter and just pop him up and back on his hocks a bit more. The lateral work that you were already working on kind of came in anyway, didn't it?
Yeah.
So when you needed a bit more, you could go, oh, I can just yield him here. And it's something you're really used to. Yeah? The jump itself was fantastic.
Almost just got in the way, yeah.
Yeah. And again, because he sat there rather than going this way.
Okay.
Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah?
Yep.
Good girl. Like it. I like it when it makes sense. Right, and we're going to use 3 single fences now. And we're going to keep the feeling and the idea of those square turns wherever we can. Okay? And she's going to use 4 single fences. And we're going to work a little bit more around the arena. So we're getting into the realms of giving him more space, being in canter for a longer period of time, things that might do what?
Get him on his forehand and longer.
You might get long, yeah. And it's about you recognising it and managing it immediately so that you're ready to go and jump your next fence. I'm going to give you a really simple little trip around the arena, which in itself is slightly less helpful. You've got to be creative about putting your work in to make sure that he's on his hindquarters, haven't you? So what I'm thinking is, come up the long side on the left. Don't ride right on the track, just to be a yard in. So you're conscious of being straight. Ride a square turn, we're going to the orange at the top. Yeah? You knew that was coming.
Yeah.
Ride a square turn afterwards, go in between your channel of poles, yeah? Then we're going to come and use the pink and green here.
Yep.
So that's right across the apex of your corner. All right, so we need to get into the corner with an inside bend actually, to come out of the corner with the outside leg on. All right? Then we're going into the middle of the arena to the blue oxer. So what sort of line might you call that?
Dog leg.
Yeah, could be a dog leg. Yeah,
Yep.
it is a dog leg, isn't it?
Yep.
So how are you going to ride that change of direction?
Using the turn to
Exactly.
off this,
Yeah, absolutely. Once we've jumped the blue, keep working, back down the long side like you just where you started, but in the other direction.
Yep.
And we'll finish, the 4th fence will be this one again.
Yep.
And then we'll ride the square turn back up through the channel of poles.
Okay.
Okay, do you feel happy to crack on and do that straight away?
Yep.
Good girl. So we've got 4
Right.
fences, pretty simple. What I'm really interested in is you applying what we've just worked on to go and jump your fences. Now, just in case your inner chimp is thinking that oxer looks quite big, is it?
No.
No, good. It's ascending nicely and it's not very wide. So it's a good starting one. It's 1 hole ascending. So we'll have a little word with that chimp just to reassure him. He can go sit in the back of his cage again and relax. Good girl. And you can concentrate on what you need to do. Tell me when you're happy with the canter.
Yeah.
That was very good. Go, well done. Take that breather again. All right, Amy, lovely. Well executed. Give me the good bits, give me the bits you could do better.
So really pleased with the first fence actually, of how he listened to me on that turn.
That was so good.
And using...
That's what we'd like all the time there.
Yeah, using that leg yield and aim to get into the corner for this one.
Yeah.
And then I just lost my canter a little bit.
You're right.
And I didn't get a good enough turn.
Yeah.
And then I just sort of sat on that canter.
Yeah.
So got a bit of a stilted jump.
Yeah. And what did he do?
Oh, he tried his hardest to get out of it.
Absolutely did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I'd like him to do all the time.
He walloped his stud girth and he went, oh, I'm going to really try and jump this. Okay. Yeah, absolutely right. And then to this one?
Again, I was fairly pleased with. I possibly got a little bit deep and close.
Yeah. Why might that have happened? I'd agree with you.
I think I followed too close to the, I used the track and we hung to the track a bit and didn't work on that turn as much.
Okay. I entirely agree with you, Amy. Right, so let's have a look at...
Like we've been doing this year.
Yeah, we've been doing it. So, love the first fence, love more of them. Absolutely right with your second fence. So what can we do about it? So, if you landed, did that again, exactly the same, landed a little bit backwards, a little bit with less canter than you'd like, what can you do to not fall into that same trap?
I just need to make sure that on landing I ride away.
Yeah. So I actually did one of my funny little kitty noises.
I heard.
Yeah, because that's what I wanted you to do.
I was already setting up the kicking.
I couldn't help it, it just happened involuntarily. Yeah, instantly, come on, back up there, into that turn.
It just wasn't quite quick enough.
Yeah, it just didn't quite happen, absolutely. And I totally agree, coming down this long side, I think you just meandered down the fence line and he went into his lovely canter, but it went there a little bit.
And I lost the shoulder a little bit.
Yeah, it just went there a little bit. So again, it's about applying those things that you know about all the time with him. You know, it's a very unique challenge that you have to do eventing. You know, when he goes cross country, he's allowed to slither over things. When he comes in this arena, he's got to be, you know, he's got to be everything to everyone. He's got to be careful. He's got to, see, we have to help him all the time. We have to remind him and correct him and manage him a little bit. Which you're very good at doing, you both are. Okay, 2 vertical fences with a 4-stride distance in between them. What does that say to you?
I need to sit up.
Yeah, and what does his pace and jump shape need to look like? What sort of jump shape is this creating?
Up.
Yeah, 2 up round ones. And so actually that's quite nice because they're two the same. We're not going oxer to vertical or vertical to oxer. So if we walk the distance, 1, 2. What's that?
Nice level 4 strides.
Normal, absolutely normal 4. Okay. Where we need to be with Charles at this is you in your position here. So Charles can come up and jump it. Okay. So if we happen to land a little dead on the other side of this, if we have to manage and do anything, it happens on stride 1. If we fly in and you need to get him organised again, we do it on stride 1. So that by the time we get to our second fence, we're balanced again and we're where we want to be. Okay, so we can come off the floor for you. Again, take your time to get your canter ready and tell me when it is ready, when you're happy to start. I'd like a bit more up. Yeah. Energy and uphill. And then we can contain it, power in the hindquarters. Good. Uphill. Square turn. Good girl.
Wait.
Square turn. Uphill. Uphill. Square, square. Square, square. Good girl. All right, well done.